do a taste test. Tastes like water. This also tastes like water.
We're going to have a look at this reverse osmosis system. So you've got filtered water, that's the water you drink. You've got your input, that's your tap water, and you've got wastewater that goes down the drain. What reverse osmosis does, it basically takes all things out of water that is not water. So I've got this set up on my counter so I can show you all the parts. You've got the faucet, you've got these blue tabs. That's what keeps the tubing in the reverse osmosis system. That's for the faucet that comes out of the sink. That's for the cold water line. And then that helps you to put the wastewater into the drain so that you can dispose of that. Here is the tubing for the reverse osmosis system. And now let's look at how everything is put together. So this reverse osmosis system does use electricity, so you need to have a working outlet under your sink to use this. And then this system has a couple of filters. So this filter basically gets out all the big sediments like dirt or whatever. You have to replace that every year. And then this bigger filter that gets rid of everything else, you replace that once every couple of years. So you find the line that goes to your cold water in your tap, you hook that up so that you can get the cold water, then you plug it into the input here. Then you want to plug in, and of course you do this after you have things set up in the sink, but you plug in the drinking faucet and then you plug in that line to the filtered water so that you get the filtered water coming out of that. And then this is for wastewater. You'd plug in the red line to the wastewater, and then that simply goes in the drain in your sink. So looking at everything all together, you got your input here, and that's coming from the input, and that's basically your cold tap water. You've got your wastewater coming out of here that discards everything you don't want, and then your filtered or your drinking water. So the first time you use it, it's going to take a while to basically fill the water up in the filters itself. So you can see the input as it's going, nothing's coming out of the filtered or waste. There's black stuff coming out of the filtered water. That's normal. You want to run your filtered water for quite some time before you start drinking it for the first time. That's just getting rid of things that are in the filter. And then you can see after it does that for a bit, then all the water coming through is clean. So let's measure. So let's look at the tap water here. You can see I'm getting a reading of just over 200. This is a TDS meter. I think that stands for total dissolved solid. So it's basically looking for different metals or material in the water. Then through the filtered water or drinking water, that's 16, so very low. And it probably honestly lower than that. I didn't rinse the jar or anything. And then the wastewater is nearly double what the tap water is. That's about what you would expect. So this reverse osmosis filter, it does have light indicating what's going on and what needs to be done. That's really nice. And then you just hook that up to your sink, and then you turn it on when you want drinking water. When I did the taste test, the filtered water, it tastes like nothing. It's kind of weird because most water has a bit of a taste because it has some minerals in it, and you taste those minerals. But the filtered water, because it has nothing in it, it basically has no taste. So that's the most noticeable thing as far as taste goes. Something to be aware of with an electrical reverse osmosis system is, yes, there is sound. There's a motor in there. So here you can hear the motor a bit. This is what it sounds like. This set also comes with this valve. So if you want to turn the water on and off going to the reverse osmosis filter, you can do that. And then if you ever need to take things apart, you can just take out these blue tabs and then you push down on that and then you pull the tubing out and you can take things apart. So really briefly, I want to mention there's two types of reverse osmosis system. There's one that uses water pressure only, and that you have to have a large tank under the sink. This version is electric, so it doesn't take up as much room. So that's one of the advantages here. This reverse osmosis filter system was sent to me for free to do this video review. I've actually used quite a few reverse osmosis system, and the end result is almost always the same. It's just that there's nothing in the water. You're just getting pure straight water. The thing to be aware of with this reverse osmosis system is, yes, it is electric, so you will need an outlet under your sink for this to work. The advantage of an electric system like this is you don't need a large reservoir tank under the sink, so it takes up less room under the sink. It can also have better pressure coming out. The main disadvantage is that there is a sound, so when you turn it on, you will hear that sound. It's usually not super loud because it's under the sink, and you only hear it when you're turning the water on and off. Overall, I was really happy with the design and setup for this reverse osmosis system. It's really nice how quick and easy it is to take out the different filters. So if you're looking for a way to get pure drinking water, this is a great system for you.